So I understand this is a boxing prediction video, but just to let you guys know, there's nothing else to make. Let's be honest. I mean, maybe I could do MMA news reaction, but what do you want more? MMA news reaction, which I could do, maybe I'll do it later, or a Jake Paul, Mike Perry prediction. I'm going to start with this. Jake Paul versus Mike Perry takes place tomorrow night. And it's competing with Virna Jandiroba and Amanda Lemos. I'll watch both of them. I gotta do a recap for Lemos versus Jandiroba. But I'm gonna watch this as well because I think this is one that is very interesting. I am looking forward to this one. Jake Paul, Mike Perry. Sorry for the inactivity of posts. I'm brain locked, or I was. I was brain locked for a bit. Now I'm back. And we'll have a lot of new posts for UFC 304 next week as well. Jake Paul, Mike Perry takes place tomorrow. And I would have done this a few days ago. Just a regular prediction for Mike Perry. He's a former MMA fighter. I wouldn't have done this if it was for Mike Tyson because he's a boxer. Jake's a boxer. It has nothing to do with MMA. Mike Perry has something to do with MMA. And if he wins this, he's going to be back in the UFC apparently. So, Mike Perry, please win. Does Mike Perry beat Jake Paul? I don't think he does. And I'm gonna do like a detailed prediction of the fight in general. Not just a regular boring prediction. Oh, I think he wins this. Blah 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 blah. I think that Mike Perry is gonna get stunned a few times in this fight, but I think it will be a decision for Jake Paul. I think Jake Paul gets a decision win. If Old Man Anderson can survive, I think Mike Perry can as well. But I think Perry will do well. But I just don't think he's going to get it done. Now, this is at 200 pounds, so it's not a full heavyweight bout. Jake Paul has to cut down a bit because Mike Tyson did pull out. But it's been a while since Mike Perry stepped in. So this is at 200 pounds, which I think benefits both of them. Honestly, more Perry, if I'm going to be honest with you. But Mike Perry, who did he lose to in boxing? Well, he lost to Kenneth McNeil. Yeah, he lost to Kenneth McNeil by KO 9 years ago. So I'm not going to really count that. I think this fight will start. How many rounds is it? Sorry. I need to check this before I make a detailed predict. So it's eight rounds, 8 3-minute rounds. I think Jake Paul is going to win 6 rounds of this fight. Maybe even 7. No, I think he'll win 5 rounds of this bout. I think he'll win 5 rounds, Jake Paul. I just don't think Mike Perry's going to have the cardio coming into this. Now, here it starts. I just spoke what I mentioned about the fight. I think Mike Perry's going to come out just trying to toughen himself out, trying to hit himself in the head to warm himself up like Strickland does. And I think that round 1, Jake Paul's going to come out. Jake Paul is out again, same thing. Jake Paul does his usual robot walkout. Round 1, I believe Jake Paul is going to be patient on the outside. He knows Mike Perry is a tough, he has hands, can put you out cold at any minute. So I think he'll play the Woodley strategy, where he's a bit taller than Woodley. Woodley and Perry are on the same sides. They fight around the same as well. They both have the same amount of power, in my opinion. Especially old Woodley. So I think he'll play the outside game, Jake Paul. Going for the body, just playing the outside. Perry pressuring, trying to land his shots. Perry winning the ring control in the first round, but Jake's landing more of the shots, cleaner of the shots. Landing the 1-2 down the pipe here and there. I think it'll be a close round where Perry misses his shots, but delusional people say 1-0 Perry in the first round. But Jake's landing the better shots, cleaner shots, and just staying on the back foot. 1-0 Jake Paul in the first round. In my mouth. Round 2, I think Mike Perry is going to start to do very good. I think. Going to the body himself. Why am I headhunting in the first round? Mike Perry's corner will say he won the first round, so I think he'll just go for it. And just maybe he thought his mind was a bit close, but doesn't want to risk it. So he just goes for it, lands his combinations on Jake Paul, goes to the body, and I think he'll do work to the body and do very well, but Jake's landing his jab. Landing the jab to the body. Landing the 1-2s. Just being a little bit annoying for Mike Perry. Maybe swell up that nose a bit. Who knows? That's been badly broken in the past. I think that, Jake Paul, it's going to be a close second round. Jake slightly edges it, but it's so close. You can give it Mike Perry if you want. But I think Jake, what I'm describing it as, will edge out round 2. Just landing the shot. Maybe he swells up. Maybe there's a cut on Perry's nose that they give. I don't know boxing rules that good. But maybe, just maybe, he'll cut up the nose of Jake Paul or of Mike Perry and win the round based off it. Jake Paul will win the round based off it, but it's close. You can give it 1-1. Some people have it 2-0 either way. It's a close fight. Jake Paul is winning in my opinion. Round 3, I think Mike Perry's going to crack Jake Paul over the top. I think he'll go to the body, be patient, kind of shoulder roll Jake Paul a bit, and then throw an overhand. Crack Jake Paul. Jake Paul goes stumbly. Mike tries to go for it. Mike tries going for it. Jake Paul. Yeah, Jake Paul. Yeah, he recovers, lands big shots back on Mike Perry. It's a big oh my god. Holy shit. Who's gonna get dropped? It's a scrap. Great fight. Jake starts landing his clean shots at range again. Mike wins the round though. This is a clear Mike round. He hurt Jake Paul. Jake Paul landed more of the better shots, but I think in boxing, I do believe it's like you can steal the round based off the big moment. And Mike Perry had the big, oh, Jake's hurt, you know. Jake did land back though, but they're going to give it to Perry. So, round 4, I think Jake's going to crack Perry now. Go to the body, then crack Perry. Hurts Perry badly. Perry goes stumbly. Maybe even gets dropped. You know what? I think he'll get dropped, Mike Perry. Big moment for Jake Paul. He lands like a right hook as Perry tries crashing in, and Perry gets dropped. Perry gets up at the 7 count. He's good. Jake Paul just jabs and like, not teeps. Well, teeps with the jab. Not Sean Strickland over here. He'll jab. I'm sure he's saying jab and teep for Strickland. I think he'll jab and just jab the body. Keep at range. Jake wins the round. 10-8. He dropped Mike Perry, and they scored 10-8 for a knockdown. It's dumb, but that's how it goes in boxing. So, round 5. I think Jake's going to keep jabbing at range. Perry slowing down. He hasn't had a full training camp like Jake has. And I think Jake's going to get... I think he's going to get a bit over reckless. Mike's catching him here and there, but I think Jake's going to keep jabbing him. Landing the 1-2s, trying to pour it on. Mike Perry's in a bit of the corner now. Jake wins round 6. No, round 5. Jake wins round 5. Round 6, it's close again towards the beginning, but Jake's pouring it on. Landing uppercuts. Mike's bleeding all over his face. And he starts like licking it with his glove, begging Jake to come on. And I think Jake is going to start landing clean shots. Clean shots again. More clean shots. And I think Jake's going to win round 6. Round 7, I think Jake's going to win again. I think Jake's going to win round 7 again. Just landing the shot. It's more of a slow-paced fight now, but it was fun early on. I think Jake's going to win round 6 as well. Just keep jabbing, making it a bit boring now. And I think Mike Perry is going to win the last round. I think he'll go all out, win the last round, just start landing shots, ducking and weaving, trying to pray that Jake doesn't hit him, and he starts landing big shots against the cage and shit. So, that's the fight done. I think the swing rounds in this fight are rounds 1 and 2 are the swing rounds in this fight. The rest of the rounds, I think, are clear. I think this is confusing. Round 3. Round 3 and 8 are clear Perry rounds. We need to make that clear. 4, 5, 6, 7 are Jake Paul rounds. I think that, and it comes down to the first two, even so 4, 5, 6, 7, Jake Paul rounds. So at best it can be a draw for Mike Perry. I overall think that one judge will give this a draw, and the other two judges will give it Jake Paul's win. So I'm going to go Jake Paul by majority decision in a scrap. Mike Perry gets praise, stepped up. Everyone says Mike Tyson will fucking sleep Jake Paul after. I bet you that. And he probably does, let's be honest. Actually, I don't even know. He's old, man. Like, I know it's an emotional fight for fans, and it is for me as well, but you have to accept the truth here and there. Like, Jake Paul probably sleeps him. He's an old man. Anyways, people will say that Jake didn't look that good against a smaller opponent, but Jake gets it done. Like, subscribe, thank you for watching. My last minute detailed prediction for this fight